Greetings and congratulations on your purchase of an Emojo electric bike. Your Emojo Panther Pro comes packed in one box. It's advisable to handle the box in a team of 2 people due to the size and weight of the bike. First, you need to inspect the box for any damage during shipping. If any is noticed, please take photos and contact Emojo Electric Bike immediately. Identify all the parts included. The main frame with pre-assembled front suspension, crank and handlebar, your seat with the post, 2 wheels, one should be attached to the bike already, the rear, a box containing the battery, a box containing the charger and accessories as well as hardware, the front fender, and a front and rear light. Remove all the zip ties holding the parts to the frame. Be careful not to cut, scratch, or puncture any of the components when cutting the zip ties. Remove and discard all protective padding from the components and throw away. Attaching the handlebars to the bike. First, remove the protective cap on the top of the forks with a 6mm Allen wrench. Remove the protective cap and the plastic sleeve slid down over the top of the forks. Both of these can be discarded and thrown away. Keeping the cables, wires, and the brake handles forward, slide the neck down over the top of the fork where the plastic cap was removed. The handlebar is already pre-assembled with the hand controls and the LCD. Tilt the neck and handlebar assembly down and forward by sliding the lock tab and then lifting up the tension lever. Secure the neck to the frame by tightening the bolt inside the neck. Tighten very firm but do not over torque the bolt. Bring the handlebar up and back to your desired angle. Use the tension bolt to firm up the locking level and bring down the locking lever to hold the handlebar in position. Attaching the front fender. It's highly recommended you install the front fender before the front wheel to allow you more room to secure the fender, nuts, and bolts to the fork. Attach the curved support bracket to the front fender. Use the threaded eye holes on the front forks to attach both plastic bar clamps to each side using the screws provided. And then attach the top bracket of the fender and the headlamp to the forks using the long bolt provided. Once the long bolt is through the hole at the top of the fork, secure it with the nut on the back. Insert both sides of the mounting bar into each bar clamp. Line up the fender and the headlamp. Tighten the nut at the top. Plug the wires coming out of the bike into the front headlamp. The white side's the positive, the black side's the negative. Positive and negative will be indicated on the back of the light. Remove the support bar from the end of the fork. It is intended only for shipping and this could be discarded once removed. Remove the retaining clip from the front brake caliper and discard. Attaching the front wheel. Slide the disc brake between the brake pads as you put the wheel into the fork. Remove the end nut and the spring from the end of the quick release axle and slide through the front wheel. After the axle rod is run through the wheel, adjust the tension lever to tighten the wheel. Tighten and adjust the front brake. Spin the front wheel and make sure it rolls smoothly. If you notice it drags or rubs considerably with both or one side of the brake caliper, then the caliper needs to be balanced and adjusted. Loosen the two Allen socket head bolts facing towards the back of the bike. Gently move the caliper until it no longer rubs against the disc brake and tighten the bolts again. Note: before completely tightening the screws, balance the front brake discs between the brake pads on both sides of the caliper. This will prevent the discs from rubbing, allowing for a smoother, quieter ride. The pedals are inside the accessory box. Identify the left and right pedals. They are clearly marked with an R and an L. Install each pedal on its corresponding crank side. Hand tight first. Then use a 15mm wrench to tighten fully. Attaching the rear light. Attach the rear light to the rack using the nuts and flat lock washers on the back of the light housing. Run the wire at the bottom of the bike, removing the zip tie binding the wire, and run it up the frame using zip ties and plug into the rear light. Inserting the battery. Remove the battery from the box. Set the bottom end of the battery down into the bike and lower the front of the battery. Push it down and firmly lock it into place. Inserting the seat. Insert the seat into the frame, adjust your height, and tighten with the seat clamp. Turning on the bike. On the keypad, hold the M button down for 3 seconds to turn the bike on. Do the same to turn the bike off. To turn the headlights on, hold the plus button for 3 seconds. To turn the lights off, hold the plus button for 3 seconds.